Horoscope of Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio's horoscope is very interesting. He was born good-looking because the moon, a high-quality planet, is exactly aligned with the ascendant in a special degree known as Seni Thongsa. In addition, the moon also represents fortune, wealth, property, and success. It also symbolizes his mind. This moon is basically acting as the ascendant itself, which defines the path of his life. The moon is a Naraken planet, making him world-famous. Even as he ages, his fame remains steady. If the moon represents the mother, then Leonardo DiCaprio's life is closely tied to his mother. If the moon represents the art of acting, then his heart has been determined since childhood to become a famous actor. He repeatedly begged his mother to take him to audition at movie studios, so much so that he had to drop out of high school. However, Leonardo DiCaprio's horoscope also has some weaknesses. The first point is that Jupiter is in Finthabad and in a critical degree. This caused him to drop out of school often, mainly because his mother frequently changed jobs. He had to transfer to many schools close to her workplaces. Jupiter represents Fandu, which means mother, so his delayed education was partly due to his mother. The second weakness is that Leonardo DiCaprio did not like going to school. Saturn, the ruler of the fifth house, which means education and seeking new knowledge, is in a weak position in the 10th house, which means action. This Saturn makes a perfect 90-degree aspect to both the moon and the ascendant, which explains why he disliked school. Another example is that Saturn comes from the 6th house and is positioned in the 10th house. This Saturn has a critical degree, both externally and internally. As a result, Leonardo DiCaprio became ill and emotionally troubled. He suffers from obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, where he cannot stop his thoughts and actions. This is because Saturn, the ruler of the 6th house, is positioned in the 10th house, and it makes a negative 90-degree aspect to the ascendant. This causes him emotional suffering from this illness frequently. As he grows older, the condition tends to occur more often as if it were a karmic burden. The third weakness is that the moon is conjunct with Rahu. If the moon means his mother, Rahu, as Mantri, might mean his father. His parents separated when Leonardo DiCaprio was still a child. Another confirming point is that the sun is conjunct with Venus in the 9th house, and this combination is Kali, almost extinguishing one another, indicating conflict between his parents. It could also mean that his romantic preferences might not easily connect with others unless he finds someone truly compatible. This Moon-Rahu combination also represents his close group of fun-loving friends. They often have wild fun together. Since Rahu has high-quality ucha, many of his friends are famous in the industry. However, Rahu is half-damaged internally, which suggests that in the past there may have been negative news about his close group of friends that came out from time to time. Lastly, regarding Leonardo DiCaprio's love life, he has a chance of remaining single or frequently changing partners. This is because his chart doesn't support success in romantic relationships. But if he meets someone whose compatibility with him exceeds 60%, they can live together. However, that woman must be born on a Wednesday night to stay with him until the end of life,